Alright folks, the wait is finally over. John Cena is back as the outrageous, lovable, and totally unpredictable Christopher Smith, better known as Peacemaker. After years of speculation and endless fan theories, Peacemaker Season 2 is here, and it promises to be bigger, wilder, and more important than ever in James Gunn's new DC universe. The official premiere drops tonight, August 21st, 2025, at 9 o'clock Eastern Time, Eastern PT, on Max in the United States. That's right, your Thursday night plans just got an upgrade. This isn't just another superhero show returning. This is one of the most talked about anti-heroes making his triumphant comeback, and fans are buzzing about what comes next for him and his band of misfit teammates. So let's get into the details. First things first, the release schedule. Unlike the binge model we see on some platforms, Peacemaker is sticking to a weekly rollout. That means 8 brand new episodes spread across the next 2 months, keeping fans hooked week after week. And honestly, that's the smart move. This way, the conversation stays alive, the theories keep flowing, and fans have time to savor each chaotic twist before the next one arrives. Season 1 proved how well this format works, creating meme-worthy moments that dominated social media. Expect Season 2 to do the same, only now in the context of James Gunn's freshly rebooted DC universe. Now, timing is everything. If you're tuning in from the United States, you'll want to set your reminders for 9 p.m. Eastern or 6 p.m. Pacific. That's the sweet spot Max has chosen for its biggest shows, and it guarantees that fans on both coasts can join in on the premiere night hype. But what about international viewers? In the UK, the first episode lands on Friday, August 22nd at 2 a.m. BST on Sky Max and Now. In India, it's dropping the same Friday morning at 6:30 a.m. IST. No matter where you are, the world is waking up to Peacemaker, and the global excitement proves how big this series has become. But let's talk about the man at the center of it all, John Cena. He turned what could have been a one-note character into something layered, hilarious, and strangely relatable. Peacemaker's whole deal, pursuing peace at any cost, even through violence, remains absurd yet compelling. And now, in Season 2, he's stepping into uncharted territory. This isn't the same continuity from Season 1, which was tied to the older DC timeline. Instead, this story exists in James Gunn's brand new DCU, meaning it connects directly to this summer's Superman. That's huge because it cements Peacemaker as a key player in the future of DC storytelling. James Gunn himself has been hyping this season like never before. He's openly said that this might be his favorite project he's ever worked on. Think about that. This is the guy behind Guardians of the Galaxy and the Suicide Squad. And yet, he's calling Season 2 of Peacemaker his most beloved work. That tells us 2 things. 1, the story is deeply personal. And 2, fans should expect some surprising emotional beats. Gunn isn't just delivering raunchy jokes and outrageous action. He's crafting something with real heart underneath the chaos. And that balance is what made the first season stand out from the start. Now, if we're wondering how many episodes you'll be getting, Season 2 sticks with the same formula as Season 1, 8 episodes in total. That, of course, no conversation about Peacemaker is complete without mentioning the tone. Gunn has made it crystal clear. This show is not for kids. While Superman leaned more family-friendly, Peacemaker doubles down on its mature themes, edgy humor, and over-the-top violence. It's absurd, it's brutal, and yet it's oddly heartwarming at times. That mix is what hooked audiences in Season 1, and Gunn isn't dialing it back. If anything, Season 2 is set to crank the dial up even higher. Think bigger action sequences, sharper comedy, and character dynamics that will leave fans laughing one moment and emotional the next. So, who's back this season? Naturally, Cena's Peacemaker leads the charge, but familiar faces like Harcourt, Adebayo, Vigilante, and Economos return as well. That's huge because their chemistry in Season 1 was one of the show's strongest assets. From awkward friendships to unexpected alliances, These characters made Peacemaker's world feel alive and unpredictable. Season 2 adds. Fans still remember how Season 1 opened with that unforgettable dance sequence, set to Wigwam's Do You Wanna Taste It? Season 2 brings us a new number, this time featuring Oh Lord by Foxy Shazam. The cast once again joins Cena in a choreographed routine, and while it may not top the first, it sets the tone for another season of outrageous fun. Beyond the intro, the soundtrack continues Gunn's tradition of mixing glam rock, hair metal, and underappreciated tracks that become instant fan favorites. Now, let's break down the release schedule week by week. Episode 1 drops August 21st in the US, followed by weekly releases every Thursday. In the UK, episodes air Friday nights at 10 p.m. on Sky Max and also stream on Now. So mark your calendars. Episode 2 on August 29th, Episode 3 on September 5th, Episode 4 on September 12th, Episode 5 on September 19th, Episode 6 on September 26th, Episode 7 on October 3rd, and the finale on October 10th. That steady drip means fans have nearly 2 months of anticipation, cliffhangers, and water-cooler talk ahead. If you're new to the show, don't worry. You don't need a massive DC knowledge base to enjoy it. Season 2 is designed to stand on its own, even as it ties into the larger DCU. That said, watching Superman will help, since the new movie sets the stage for this fresh continuity. Still, Peacemaker remains its own beast, filled with irreverent humor, sharp commentary, and action that rivals blockbuster films. It's the kind of series that works for longtime DC fans and newcomers alike, because at its core, it's about messy, flawed people trying to figure themselves out in ridiculous circumstances. What makes Peacemaker so special is its willingness to balance comedy and tragedy. One moment you're laughing at a bizarre rant or a completely unhinged vigilante scene, and the next you're hit with a surprisingly heartfelt moment of vulnerability. That's the magic of James Gunn's storytelling. He finds the humanity in the absurd. Season 2 promises to take that even further, with bigger emotional payoffs hidden beneath all the outrageous antics. Don't be surprised if by the end of the season, you've laughed harder than ever, but also felt a surprising tug on the heartstrings. For those keeping track of the bigger picture, this season is a major stepping stone in the DCU's future. With Gunn at the helm of both this series and the overall DC roadmap, what happens in Peacemaker could influence storylines across other shows and films. That doesn't mean it'll lose its identity. This is still very much its own unique brand, but it does mean fans should keep their eyes peeled for connections, cameos, or hints at where this universe is headed. Season 2 isn't just entertainment, it's also world building. So here's the bottom line. Peacemaker Season 2 is finally here, and it's shaping up to be one of the most exciting shows of the year. With John Cena delivering another powerhouse performance, James Gunn pushing the boundaries of superhero satire, and a story that ties directly into the new DC universe, this season is must-watch television. Mark those dates, set those alarms, and get ready for 8 weeks of chaos, comedy, and surprisingly heartfelt moments. Whether you're in it for the action, the jokes, or the bigger DC connections, one thing's for sure, Peacemaker is back, and he's not holding anything back.